One of the biggest questions that people have on the twin flame journey is this: is this love or something else? Because what you feel can be incredibly strong. The pull, the longing, the emotional connection, it can feel deeper than anything that you've ever experienced. So it must be love, right? But what if it's a part of what you're feeling it's isn't actually love? What if it's attachment? Because the twin flame connection can feel like love because of how intense it is. You may feel seen, understood, connected in a way that feels rare. And those experiences, they can create a strong emotional bond. But intensity and love are not the same thing. Sometimes intensity comes from activation, not alignment. Real love tends to feel stable. It feels safe, consistent, grounded. There is space for both people to be themselves. There isn't a constant fear of losing the connection. There isn't confusion about where you stand. Love doesn't require you to chase it, and it doesn't leave you questioning your worth. It supports you, it expands you, it allows you to feel at peace. An attachment can feel very different. So it often comes with anxiety, a need for reassurance, a fear of losing the person, a constant focus on the connection. So you may find yourself thinking about them all the time, checking for messages, replaying conversations, trying to understand their behavior. And when they pull away, it feels overwhelming, not just emotionally, but physically. And because your sense of stability begins to depend on them, the twin flame dynamic often activates attachment patterns very strongly, especially when there is inconsistency. So, moments of deep connection followed by distance, closeness followed by withdrawal, you see that pattern creates emotional highs and lows. So, your system begins trying to hold onto the connection, trying to get back to the moments that felt good. And this is where attachment deepens, not because the connection is healthy, but because it's activating something familiar. For many people, attachment is rooted in deeper emotional wounds, the fear of abandonment, fear of not being enough, and just a general need to be chosen. And when the connection triggers those wounds, the emotional intensity increases. So it feels personal, it feels important, and it really feels like something you have to hold on to. But often, what you're holding on to is not the person, it's the feeling. So, the key difference between love and attachment is this: love allows, attachment holds on. Love is going to give space, attachment is going to fear distance. Love is grounded in self awareness, where attachment is often driven by emotional need. And when you begin to understand that difference, something is going to shift. You're going to stop asking, why do I feel like this? And you're going to start asking, what is this feeling showing me about myself? Because the twin flame journey can feel like love, and parts of it may be, but it can also be a powerful reflection of attachment, of patterns, of wounds that are ready to be seen and healed. And when you begin to recognize that, you don't lose the feeling or the meaning of the experience. You gain clarity, because real love doesn't pull you out of yourself, it brings you back to yourself. So, if this helped you see your experience in a new way, this is where the deeper work begins. Because understanding your patterns, healing your attachment, and learning what real love actually feels like is the first step. So, if you're ready for that, I invite you to subscribe and continue the journey with me. Because this isn't just about love or attachment, it's about learning how to choose yourself. And I'll see you guys in the next video.